Hi boys and girls, welcome back. This is Module 2, Lesson 3, and this is sort of the second part of Part 2 of this lesson. We're doing the problem set now, so make sure that you have these problems out in front of you to do them along with me as we work together. So the first section, of course, we need to read our directions, plot a point on the number line for the times shown on the clocks below. Then draw a line to match the clocks to the points. So we're going to plot each of these, which means put on the number line, each of these times and match them up. They did the first one for us. They're all between the hour of 7 and 8 o'clock. So what we really need to focus on is the minute hand and plotting the minute hand. So the first one, if I draw my line all the way out, if I extend it, I'm at 5, 10, 15, and then count by ones, 16, 17. So I go down here to my number line and you can see they've numbered every 10 minutes, but in between we still have our 5 minutes. If you need to go ahead and fill those in to help yourself, go right ahead. And if you don't, that's okay too. And then in between those intervals are the ones that we'll be using. So let's find the 17 that we need for the first one. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So I'm going to plot my point right there and draw a line. The next one, 7:03. When we have a 0 there, that means you can think of it as tens and ones. Think of a place value chart, and we have 3 ones. So we're going to count over 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's where we plot that one. Next, on this one, some of you might already remember that 12 is 60 minutes, so 5 less than that would be 55. But if you don't, you can always count by 5s the whole way around 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So now we're going to go down here and count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Or you could count back 60, 55. You could start at 50 and go to 55 if you wanted to. There's lots of different ways to get there, boys and girls. Whatever you're ready for is what you do. The next one, I know that 6 is always 30 minutes on a clock, so I'm going to start counting at 30, 35, 40, and then it's hard to see, but I think this is at the one right next to, so 41, 42. So I come down here, find 40, which is right there, and go over 1, 2 more, and mark my time. And of course, they did the last one for us. All right, number 2. Jessie woke up this morning at 6:48 a.m. Draw hands on the clock below to show what time Jessie woke up. Let's do the minutes first, 48 minutes. So what we can do is count the whole way around, starting at 0 for 12, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then we're going to go count by ones, 46, 47, 48, and that's where our minute hand is going to point. And the hour is 6, so our hour hand goes like that. Number 3, Mrs. Barnes started teaching math at 8:23 a.m. Draw hands on the clock below to show what time Mrs. Barnes starts teaching math. Well, again, I'm going to start with the minutes, which is 23, and I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, and then we go 21, 22, 23. So my minute hand goes right there. And the hour is 8, so I'm going to go just past the 8 because I'm a little past the 0 minutes. The next page, if I can get there. Read it with me. The clock shows what time Rebecca finishes her homework. What time does Rebecca finish her homework? Well, remember the long hand is the minute hand. Long hand is the minute hand. So let's do the minutes first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. I think she's at 27. So I'm going to put my colon because the minutes always come after the colon. And now the hour. We see the hour hand is pointing right here. It's not at the 6 o'clock yet. It's in the 5 o'clock hour. So I'm going to put 5:27. Number 5. This is a little challenging question. And we're going to actually do some more of this in our other coming up lessons. The clock below shows what time Mason's mom drops him off for practice. So right here. What time does Mason's mom drop him off? Well, we have to count. I'm going to start at 6 because I know that 6 always is the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to start there. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and he's 1 minute after 55. So the minutes that he gets dropped off is 56. Now the hour hand, if I follow it out, isn't quite at the 4, is it? And the minute hand is before the next hour, so he gets dropped off at 3:56. Here's a challenge. Mason's coach arrived 11 minutes before Mason. What time did Mason's coach arrive? So in my mind, I'm picturing my minute hand. If his coach arrived before this time, the minute hand has to be somewhere back here. So what I could do, I could count by ones from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm at the 9. I could also do 56 minutes minus 11 minutes. I could also go back 1 and then go 5, so that's 6. And if I go 5 more, that's 11. But either way, any way I do it, I'm always going to end up right here, which means the coach arrived at 3:45. Good work, boys and girls.